Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Wally West here, color commentator for CWN, alongside the general manager, Lavender D.
Hi.
Lavi, I'm pretty certain you and or Malcolm might need to figure out the ending of your little intro there.
I'm the good looks in the relationship. He's the text.
Well, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we are live and in living color for another episode of Friday Night Fire. And tonight, we are in Phoenix, Arizona at the Footprint Center. 8 main event caliber matches here tonight. Lavi, any expectations for tonight?
I expect a really good dinner from Malcolm for not commentating with me tonight. Maybe a new purse or two. Oh, you mean the show?
Yeah. I was not trying to dabble into your personal life with Malcolm.
You know, because he's not answering his phone. Where is he?
Let's be honest. Malcolm has a lot on his plate going on. There's just a whole lot of craziness happening here in CWN, especially now that we're getting closer and closer to the epic event known as Apocalypse. Apocalypse 5 is going to be an absolute banger. I got to get a sneak preview of what the Apocalypse 5 card is going to look like, and from top to bottom, I'm probably not going to be sitting the entire time.
Oh, Wally, you act like you sit at all when you commentate to start with. You are yelling, you are jumping, you have a lot of energy. Sitting is not your forte.
That is very true. But
Back to tonight's show.
Back to tonight's show. Malcolm King obviously not here, dealing with business matters is what we will call it. But match number 1, it is a singles match, no DQ. But there are countouts, or I'm sorry, there aren't any countouts. You can only win by pinfall or submission, and obviously the referee has at the referee's discretion in regards to certain things that could potentially happen inside the ring. But
like stabbing, that seems to be a thing in our locker room right now.
A absolute, yeah, that's a story for another time, Lavi, because I don't believe that's actual wrestling. But now that we're here, member of the Hit Squad, JJ Streeter, the heavy hitter, versus Brutus Buckeye. We saw how Brutus Buckeye took advantage of an opportunity. Though he did not win the Intercontinental Championship, he did cost JJ Streeter an opportunity to win potentially that Intercontinental Championship when he knocked the heavy hitter out with his Ohio State helmet, which that shot was absolutely brutal. And Lavi, you weren't here, and I was by myself experiencing all of that.
What do you think of Brutus?
I like Brutus. What's wrong with Brutus?
I adore him, but in the locker room, in commentary, in management, some people love him, some people hate him. There's rarely any that are in between. So I always love hearing from other people what they think of Brutus.
Brutus is awesome. Okay. I could hang out with Brutus all the time. And speaking of Brutus, both men are in the ring right now. Back and forth action. They are not showing any signs of let up here in the early states of this match, as both of these men are taking big risk, hitting big moves, and are taking full advantage of the opportunity that is presented to them. The action does spill to the outside of the ring as they continue to just absolutely pummel each other. JJ Streeter, getting the upper hand, begins to exert his dominance as he drives Brutus back first into the ring apron, lifts him up, drives him back first into that padded barricade there. He would then utilize some of these items on the outside of the ring. For instance, the steel steps, slamming repeatedly Brutus's head off of those steel steps, as well as, sending him into that steel post there. However, Brutus does pick up some momentum here, turns the table, so to speak, gains an advantage here as he begins to take the fight right back to the heavy hitter. The action gets back into the ring, Lavi, as JJ Streeter is still down. Brutus is the first one on his feet. He grabs that Ohio State Buckeye football helmet again, and it looks like he's going to utilize that to his advantage here. JJ makes it to his feet as Brutus swings the helmet at JJ Streeter. JJ Streeter goes for that heavy-handed right cross, but he connects with the helmet instead of Brutus, and JJ looks like he's in a lot of pain here after going fist first into that helmet. Those helmets are utilized to protect people's heads in actual football games, so I can only imagine what it would feel like to punch one of those. But
I'm sure it felt fantastic. I'm sure it was a great pleasure.
the referee is trying to check on JJ Streeter, make sure that JJ Streeter is okay here, as JJ is definitely favoring that right hand. As Brutus is trying to get around the referee to capitalize on the opportunity here, Brutus actually shoves the referee out of the way, and JJ, surprisingly to everyone, connects with a heavy-handed right cross. He looks like he's in a lot of pain, though, after connecting with that. He falls on top of Brutus for the cover as the referee counts 1, 2, 3. Shockingly to everyone, because I thought Brutus absolutely had this match won. Actually, no. It looks like Brutus actually got his shoulder up. The referee is arguing, trying to wave off the count here. As Brutus is in the referee's face now. He has the referee by the collar of his shirt and is not being very pleasant with the referee here, Levy. The referee's trying to calm him down. I mean, this is no disqualification, but the referee, if he's feeling threatened, I'm pretty sure you and Malcolm told him that he has every right to make a final decision here. And it looks like the referee is calling for the bell here, ladies and gentlemen. A no disqualification match ending in a disqualification, so to speak, as the referee is just waving this match off, calling it a no contest because, well, obviously it's a no DQ, but Brutus doesn't look like he wants to listen to the referee here.
Brutus doesn't always listen. Sometimes he gets something in his head, and that's how it's going to be.
Yeah, well, I'm sure these two, the story here with both of these men is definitely not over. And we'll probably visit this yet again between these two competitors here, Miss Lavender.
I'm sure soon.
Second match of the evening is for the ACW United States Championship. One member of the new breed, the ACW United States Champion Brockus, versus his former tag team partner, a part of the longest tag team reign in ACW, PCW history, going against Nikki Hartman. So I'm sure both of these individuals are going to light it up, so to speak, here as the bell rings. They both are very familiar with each other, as we can see from the early settings of this match. Counter for counter, reversal for reversal, and neither one of them looking like they have an advantage in this match yet, Lavi. Which is kind of expected.
This match was one of the matches when Malcolm was like, I think this is what we should do. I was like, it's going to be intense. I mean, it's for ACW's biggest belt. There's going to be a lot of give and take, and I expect injuries.
Wow. Well, Lavender D calling it out here at the early starts of this match. Nikki would gain advantage here in this match, ladies and gentlemen, as Nikki begins to stomp away on Brockus. She drags him over to the corner, climbs to that top turnbuckle, and connects with a beautiful moonsault here. She hooks the leg, but Brockus is able to get his foot on the bottom rope there. So Nikki, a little rusty here in the ring in the early settings of this match. Brockus a little too close to those ropes. Expert ring awareness there by Brockus. However, Nikki does not let up, doesn't give Brockus a chance to breathe. She drags him away from the corner, mounts him, and begins a vicious assault of just punches and elbows, forearms to the face and head area, neck area, shoulder area of Brockus. The referee starts to get some control of this match as he begins his count to 5. Nikki would then get to her feet, motioning for Brockus to get up. It looks like she's setting Brockus up for that heart attack move. However, Brockus is able to duck underneath that move, bounce off of the ropes, and connect with a series of clotheslines, just dropping Nikki to the mat. Brockus would then pull Nikki to her feet and set her up for that Russian roulette. But here we go, Lavi. Early in the show, all the fun and games have to begin as the lights begin to play tricks here. The circus music begins to play. But
I can't even blame Malcolm for not paying the bill. Did he send you the money and you didn't pay for the bill? Is that what's happening?
I'm just a color commentator. I have no say in regards to monies and stuff like that. It is definitely your fault.
My fault. No. I'm a pretty face. Malcolm does a lot of the work, if we're being honest.
He does a lot of work. But the Phenometron turns on Lavi as Dark Princess's face is on the Phenometron, causing a distraction for Brockus. As Nikki tries to take advantage of this, she rolls Brockus up from behind. The referee drops down. He counts 1, 2. It's almost at 3, but Brockus is able to kick out before the 3 count. It's like 2 3/4 there, Lavi. Brockus would then get to his feet, duck underneath that right hand from Nikki, the hard attack move, and connect with a Russian roulette, dropping Nikki in the center of the ring. Brockus would hook the leg, eyes fixed on that Phenometron as the referee counts 1, 2, 3. So the winner of this match, ladies and gentlemen, and still ACW United States champion, is none other than Brockus. However, I think the message is pretty darn clear here that Dark Princess is coming for that title that she lost. So Brockus will most definitely have his hands full.
Dark Princess is the most terrifying, I don't even like to say lady, because she's crazy. And I wouldn't say she's much ladylike.
I hope when your competitor there, Mr. Dominator, has his match later on this evening, that Dark Princess hurts him really bad for his rude comment to me, Miss Lavender. But match number 3 is a singles match. It is a singles match. Something you are not, Lavi. You are not single. A singles match.
I'm not.
It is the legendary Psycho Mike versus the Bluegrass Wolf, Logan Freeman. And Logan surprised everyone here, ladies and gentlemen, as he immediately takes it to the legend himself, Psycho Mike, hitting him with a flurry of just punches and kicks, not giving Psycho Mike any opportunity to breathe. Psycho Mike would withstand that early storm from the Bluegrass Wolf and put up a fight. Psycho Mike, a legend in his own right, starts utilizing those veteran instincts inside that ring, using the ropes to his advantage, using the turnbuckle to his advantage, blocking the referee's vision to get eye rakes or throat chops, things of that nature. So keeping the Bluegrass Wolf off of his game, off of his pedestal, so to speak, as Psycho Mike sets the Bluegrass Wolf up for what looks to be the end of this match.
Mm-hmm.
The Bluegrass Wolf is able to block out the referee's vision. He grabs a hold of the ref. He's pleading with the ref. It looks like he's pleading with the ref. Grabs Bluegrass Wolf from behind. He would then kick up with his leg out of the vision of the referee, connecting with the family jewels of Psycho Mike, dropping the legend to the mat. Bluegrass Wolf would then connect with a beautiful leg drop off the top rope, hooking the leg of Psycho Mike. The referee would count 1, 2, 3. Your winner, surprisingly to everyone here, myself included. I know I'm supposed to be non-biased, but I am absolutely shocked at this. Is the Bluegrass Wolf, and let's just say he outsmarted the legend in this one because the referee didn't see it, and so it doesn't count.
He outsmarted the legend, but I wish him good luck. Being that kind of disrespect to a legend like that, I don't think we'll see the end of this. I think this will be a continuance. I think that Psycho Mike will want revenge, and I wish him good luck.
And Bluegrass Wolf hasn't been very silent on social media. A couple of weeks ago, I want to say, during the Inside the Rope taping that we had, he was absolutely 100% disrespectful when we had Gunner on the show. Called the Frenemies weak team. He said that the best team in CWN right now is New Breed, and so rumor has it that Dominator and Guminator. That's funny. Dominator and Gunner are not happy with the Bluegrass Wolf, let alone the tag team, the New Breed. So Bluegrass Wolf is doing a very stellar job at not making friends.
Very much so. And I really do wish him luck because I don't foresee him making any friends. He really, if his goal when he came into this company was to never make friends, he's doing a really good job.
He's doing an awesome job at that. Match number 4 is a triple threat match. Number 1 contender for the PCW Boundless Championship. It is Cletus the Bum versus the Red Shade Diablo versus Casey Riddle. And these 3 men put on an absolute clinic here in this match. Cletus would take out both individuals here in this match with a double clothesline. He tosses Diablo to the outside of the ring, turns his attention to Casey Riddle. They exchange a series of lefts and rights back and forth, neither one of them letting up, neither one of them getting an advantage. But Riddle would go low, kicking Cletus in the knee, following up with a DDT, dropping Cletus headfirst onto the mat. Cletus wisely would roll out of the ring. As Diablo is on the top rope, he would connect with a Hurricanrana off the top rope to Casey Riddle, sending him to the mat. Diablo would then run the ropes and hit Cletus with a suicide dive through those ropes. He tosses Cletus back into the ring and is exchanging kicks and punches to both Cletus and Casey Riddle. Both of the men would then catch Diablo, lift him up together, and connect with a suplex in the center of the ring. So a short alliance here as Casey Riddle would then turn his attention back to Cletus, only to be connected with with Cletus's finisher there. Cletus would hook the leg of Casey Riddle as the referee's counting 1, 2, but Diablo breaks the pinfall up before the count of 3. Diablo would then pull Cletus to his feet, connect with another Hurricanrana, sending Cletus neck first into that second rope. Diablo will follow up with the 201, that 619 maneuver. As he goes off of the top rope for that springboard sit-down senton move there, Casey Riddle would catch him out of the air and connect with the neck cutter, dropping Diablo in the center of the ring. He would then hook the leg of Cletus as the referee counts 1, 2, 3. Your winner and new number 1 contender for the Boundless Championship is Casey Riddle. So what a showing for Mr. Riddle there. And it looks like your girl, Southern Heart, has a fight on her hand in regards to Casey Riddle being her number 1 contender.
Oh yeah, and I have no doubt in my world, if I've known anything in the last, say, 6 months, Southern Heart is improving every single day. She is becoming the talent I saw years ago, and I thought, that girl's pretty good, but she could be better. And she is becoming better every single day. And it is impressive. And I think that if there's anyone who could take on Casey Riddle, it could be her.
Agreed, and it looks like Casey Riddle is not going to the back because our next match is actually for the PCW Boundless Championship. Southern Heart versus Gunner. Southern Heart versus Gunner. Casey Riddle just pulls up a seat, sits right next to the commentary table, and is very intent on watching this match as both of the competitors make their way out to the ring. They get into the ring. Referee calls for the bell. Back and forth action between Southern Heart and Gunner. Gunner,
does that smell Riddle?
It smells like cannabis, lavender. So it probably is Riddle.
But it also the odor of like post-match sweat mixed with cannabis. This is horrible. I hope this match is fast so we can get him away from my table.
Well, Riddle doesn't seem to care. He actually just
he flipped me off.
He totally just flipped you off.
Very typical Riddle fashion.
I mean, maybe you should have said that quieter, Lavender. But inside the ring right now, Gunner is absolutely taking advantage of this match, utilizing his power, being the bigger competitor here. Sends Southern Heart face first into that second rope, and she collided with that rope. It looked like it could have darn near decapitated her. She looks to be worse for wear here as Gunner. It looks like he's setting her up. She makes it to her feet. He sends her to the ropes and connects with the fire away, the pop-up power bomb there. Gunner would then go to hook the leg, but Lavi, to all of our, well, I guess not to our surprise, Casey Riddle actually just climbed up onto the ring apron there and is trying to have a conversation with the referee. Gunner gets into the face of Casey Riddle as they're standing there exchanging words, and Southern Heart from behind spins Gunner around, connects with the heart punch, hits the ropes, knocking Riddle off of the ring apron, connects with the heart stomp to Gunner, hooking the leg as the referee counts 1, 2, 3. Your winner and still Boundless champion is Southern Heart. However, Riddle looks very, very pissed right now as he gets back into the ring, waits for Southern Heart to turn around and hits her with the neck cutter in the center of the ring, grabbing that PCW Boundless Championship, holding it high over his head, doing the cutthroat gesture there as he drops the title on Southern Heart and makes his way to the backstage area. So Riddle not making any mystery about it, letting Southern Heart know that he's coming for her. And I'm sure Gunner and Dominator will put their heads together, rub those two brain cells together, and come up with something in regards to what Riddle just did with Gunner's opportunity at the Boundless Championship.
Yep. I don't think that this is the end of the match. I think there's definitely more coming soon.
And Dominator is currently trolling Gunner on social media, saying that Gunner lost to a girl and is laughing at him. So their tag team relationship is very interesting. One day they're like best buds, the next day they're at each other's necks, and it works because I mean they're in line to be, as was told last week in that TLC match for the unification of both the ACW Tag Team Championship and the Apex Tag Team Championship. So obviously, frenemies are doing something right, um, by you and Malcolm standards.
Totally. I don't understand their tag team by any means. And I've been watching wrestling for quite some time, and I've tried to understand how their dynamic works, because usually tag teams are like they're lovers, like Jackson and Flower, or like they're best friends. But one day they are at each other's throat. They don't want to be tag teams. The next they're drinking and watching movies all day. I don't understand how they can communicate and move through those situations to be where they're at. But if it works for them, good on them. They're in the sense of talent and storytelling, they're definitely in line for where they need to be.
That is very true. And the irony of all of this, Lavi, is I feel like that's something Malcolm called you, but Lavi just fits for you. The irony of all of this, Miss D, is Gunner has to face a girl later on too. So if Dominator has to face a girl later on too. So if Dominator loses, man, oh man, I can only imagine the social media joust that he and Gunner will have later on today. But this next segment here, ladies and gentlemen, is the official Apocalypse 5 contract signing between Sarabhai, the PCW Universal Champion, and the Next Level, James Rhodes. And look at that, Lavender. There is the man himself, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Malcolm King's music has hit on the on the PA system, and Malcolm King is making his way out to the ring right now. If I'm just giving an observation, Lavi, it definitely looks like Malcolm has not been getting any sleep lately.
He's working himself to the bone. He won't hire an assistant. He won't let me take on more responsibilities. So I don't really... And he's worried that he could get stabbed. That's a really stressful thing for him right now.
Right. Now that you mention it, there has been security around the announce table this whole time we've been out here. There's security escorting Malcolm King down to the ring. And
this week alone, we have spent, for me, Bobby, and Malcolm, almost $1 million in security.
Yeah.
I literally have to, if I want to go into a room, security first has to search it. And that includes the bathroom at this point, because they don't put it past him to be hiding behind a shower curtain.
Yeah.
The only times I've almost peed my pants this week, if he's going to stab someone, stab soon, because I would like to pee in peace.
Very, very, very true, Miss D. Well, Sarabhai makes his way out to the ring.
I'm talking about getting you a raise. You have great manners, and I appreciate that.
Thank you. Sarabhai makes his way out to the ring first, sits down at the table. The Next Level James Rhodes music hits as he makes his way out. He gets into the ring, but he doesn't sit down. Instead, he grabs the microphone from Sarabhai and pretty much lets Sarabhai know in a short of words that he should get very, very comfortable with not being the PCW Universal Champion, because come Apocalypse 5, he is definitely going to be going home empty-handed. Sarabhai would then laugh at the table, grab the pin out of the little folder there, sign his name, slides the folder over to James Rhodes, tosses him the pin. James Rhodes signs his name. Sarabhai grabs the microphone from James Rhodes as he's signing, but Sarabhai just stares at James Rhodes. He then drops the microphone, walks around the table, shoulder bumps James Rhodes, and gets out of the ring and makes his way to the back. So Sarabhai, definitely all business tonight. Not going for any of the foolishness or shenanigans, as James Rhodes is trying to taunt Sarabhai, trying to bait him into some kind of altercation here, but Sarabhai is not having any of it as he raises his Universal Championship high over his head and makes his way to the backstage area. So I was expecting, and I'm sure Malcolm was expecting, I'm sure you, Miss D, were expecting that we would have a little old-fashioned contract signing here, but Sarabhai just does not seem like he's in the mood for any games, which
I
could
did.
not
You
bode
can't.
well for James Rhodes leading up to Apocalypse 5.
There is nothing normal about Championship Wrestling Network. There is never ever do I think this is going to go smoothly. Because if I've learned anything, especially in the last 6 months, as things continue to heat up between opponents, we can't just have a good old-fashioned contract signing. We can't just have a little promo about it. We can't just talk it out. Violence is always needed. And I've accepted that.
Violence is the answer.
In the world of championship wrestling, it is.
Absolutely. Well, the next match, hopefully we will see a different outcome for Mr. Dominator as he goes against a member of the Dark Circus, the devastating and terrifying First Lady of Wrestling, the goddess of professional wrestling, the goddess of darkness, some would say, Dark Princess, Flower Princess. Just a singles match, nothing on the line here. However, they both would like to gain a victory leading up to Apocalypse 5. That type of momentum always seems to help as we get to these big events, these big matches. And right out of the gate, Levy, Dominator immediately, as soon as the bell rings, slaps the Flower Princess right across her face. And then proceeds to play cat and mouse as she is absolutely furious. She is fired up after that slap. He slides out of the ring. She slides out of the ring. He runs around the ring. She's chasing him. He gets back into the ring. She gets into the ring. He begins to stomp on her back, shoulders, anything that he can hit as she gets into the ring. Dominator would then take advantage of this match for a good 7 minutes or so of the match. Just absolutely, pun intended, dominating the Flower Princess. Dominator would go for that Dominator DDT, but Flower Princess is able to maneuver her way out of it. She bounces off the ropes, connects with a clothesline. Dominator's quick to his feet. She bounces off the other ropes, hits Dominator low with a chop block, dropping Dominator to the mat. She would then focus her attention on the leg, knee area of Dominator as she would stomp away at it, slide him over to the ring post, get outside of the ring, and wrap his leg around the ring post several times before getting back into the ring. Dominator is able to reverse out of this attempt at the Flower 4, the figure 4 leg lock there, into a O'Connell roll, but Flower Princess is able to kick out at 2. Dominator would get to his feet as Flower Princess would again go low, kicking the knee out from underneath Dominator, hitting him with a DDT. She would then lock in the Flower 4, that figure 4 leg lock, and Dominator looks like he's in a lot of pain. I mean, Flower Princess is very meticulous. She's very methodical with her in-ring prowess. And, I mean, let's just be honest, she definitely has hung around the right people in regards to that, being married to Jackson Law. So utilizing a lot of those tactics that Law would definitely do, singling out a body part, absolutely destroying it and then making you suffer through the pain of it. But Dominator is reaching, he's trying to turn his body, flip the pressure of the Flower 4 leg lock there, and is able to make it to his stomach, reversing the pressure there. As Flower Princess is now on the opposite end of this, she is able to actually reach the ring ropes, the bottom rope there, breaking the submission hold. As Dominator makes it to his feet, slapping on his leg, trying to get some filling back into his knee, he turns only to be met with that royal knockout. That stunner move there. Flower
We should mention
Princess.
that this is a match that's not actually for a belt. Like, these two are absolutely destroying each other. Just for a win before Apocalypse. There's nothing on the line here.
That is very true. Flower Princess climbs to the top rope. She's looking to hit that awesome move of hers, the prettiest elbow drop. When Gunner's music would play, Gunner will make his way out to the ring. He jumps onto the ring apron, and that's when, all heck breaks loose here, Miss D, as the circus music begins to play. The lights begin to flicker in this arena. They go out for a moment, and when they come back on, Crisis, Dark Mayhem, Unhinged, surrounding Gunner. He puts up a fight. But the numbers game is too much. Dominator makes it back to his feet. He would then take out the crowd on the outside of the ring with a suicide dive through the ropes. He would then get back up to his feet, but Flower Princess is on the top turnbuckle, hits a moonsault from inside the ring off the top turnbuckle to the outside, taking out Dominator. Back on her feet, she tosses him into the ring, climbs back up onto the top turnbuckle, and connects with the prettiest elbow drop there. Flower Princess will hook the leg as the referee is counting 1, 2, 3. Your winner, the Flower Princess.
I expected that. Can we also talk about the fact, yes, Dominator, Gunner, they're in a tag team. But I think people forget Flower might be an American citizen, but she's trained in Canada. She was born and raised in Canada, like Gunner. And that loyalty of both being Canadians just doesn't stand for Gunner.
That is that is very true. This is where the evening got interesting, Lavi, as all of the commotion and chaos is cleared up around the ringside area here. As the Dark Circus is making their way back to the backstage area, they happen to see the mailman standing back there, having a conversation with a couple of Phenomena stars and backstage personnel, and Dark Mayhem and the Circus immediately attack the mailman here. Dark Mayhem continues this onslaught as him and Mailman exchange blows. They're just beating the holy hell out of each other in this backstage area as, security and additional officials are trying to break up this melee. But inside of the ring, Lavi, I'm not sure how well this is going to go.
Not well.
In the
Not
middle
well
of the ring, there is an Ultimate Predator standing in the middle of the ring with a microphone in his hand. Malcolm King's music immediately plays as he, flanked by at least 20 to 30 security guards, make their way out to the ring. The security guards surround the ring as Malcolm is still on the ramp. And Malcolm's telling T-Wolf he's finally caught him. He's finally got him. And he's going to make sure that he is out of his his ring. He's out of his ring. He's out of this company. He's suspended indefinitely. And T Wolf is not supposed to be here by any means, ladies and gentlemen. And Malcolm is making a stand here tonight as security climb onto the ring apron here, surrounding the ring. Like I said, there's about 20 to 30 of these individuals here, ladies and gentlemen. Trey Kemp's music hits as the ACW World Heavyweight Champion makes his way down to the ring, and Trey Kemp and T-Wolf are fighting off the security here, ladies and gentlemen. Trey Kemp tossing security guards over the top rope. T-Wolf is tossing security guards over the top rope. They eventually clear the ring out. They come face to face, but Malcolm slides into the ring and gets in between them. And is telling T-Wolf as security begin to make their way back up. They actually tackle T-Wolf down to the ground and restrain him as Malcolm is holding back Trey Kemp. And Malcolm is telling Trey, he's telling T-Wolf that there is no match between them at Apocalypse 5. It's not going to happen. T-Wolf is suspended indefinitely. Well, let's just go to the ring real quick and see what Trey Kemp has to say.
No, Malcolm, we're not doing this. We're not. No, this guy has been making my life a living hell for the last month and a half. He has been attacking me. He has done everything. I told the world that I was going to beat
Maybe
the winner of the Rumble.
Maybe we will. Maybe we won't.
The volume was just low, that's all.
It's very low.
No, Malcolm, we're not doing this. We're not. No, this guy has been making. No, Malcolm, we're not doing this. We're not. No, this guy has been making my life a living hell for the last month and a half. He has been attacking me. He has done everything. I told the world that I was going to.
Well,
Oh, hi. I think Raleigh's just dealing with some technical difficulties. Oh, you're back.
the production truck is having some issues, so I guess we'll just post that little segment there that happened at the end to the page when we go off the air.
Makes sense.
But I'm sure Malcolm will take the world champion's words into consideration. It sounded like, from what we can make out sitting here at ringside, that Trey Kemp was demanding that Malcolm reinstate T-Wolf. He was demanding that he make T-Wolf an official competitor again on the roster, lift the suspension, allow them to have this match at Apocalypse 5. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see what Malcolm's answer is. Anything you want to say, Miss Lavi, before we jump off of here?
No, I'm so excited for next week. If anything, I would just say I'm proud. I'm proud of the transition when we went to Championship Wrestling, of our talent and the commitment they show. Just overall, I'm very proud of this company.
Agreed. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am Wally West, color commentator for CWN, alongside Miss Lavender D, the general manager. And we will see you guys all in 2 weeks' time at Apocalypse 5. But while I'm on the subject, speaking of Apocalypse 5, there are still 2 spots left for this Golden Mike tournament that is going to take place during the off season of Championship Wrestling. Right now we have, I believe, 14 people signed up, looking to have 16. So we need 2 more individuals to step out, show up, show out for this tournament. Listen, no bigger prize in the world than a Golden Mike engraved with your name, on top of a $50 gift card, on top of a championship opportunity of your choosing once the new season starts, on top of bragging rights for an entire year. So definitely, if you haven't already, if you're interested, if you know anyone who's been a part of ACW, PCW that would be interested, get them on the page, get them to that post, and have them sign up. Again, we are live in Arizona here. Moving on to Apocalypse 5 in Las Vegas, Nevada, Lavi. So I'm sure you're probably going to be broke.
No, I'm not going to be broke. Malcolm's working a lot these days, so it's probably for the best.
But Wally West here, checking out for CWN, General Manager Lavender D. We will see you all in 2 weeks' time. Peace.
Bye.